Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to give you guys some freshman advice that I wish someone told me when I was going into a freshman and someone's going to be a junior.
Yeah, me keep the gun tucked up, but the too fat, make me neck one broke. 4 or 5 gal and not all black. 4 or 5 gal and not all black truck. Started trying to fuck with me, I said you out of luck.
So it is back to school season, so I know a lot of people are starting school, and freshmen going from middle school to freshman year is kind of like a big kind of jump. So I'm here to give you guys advice that I wish I knew. We have a kind of a long list, so we're going to get into it. So the first category that we're going to get into is academics. You guys, freshman year matters. It matters more than people make it seem. Like, you cannot go in there lollygagging, giggling, hee hee ha. No, your GPA matters as soon as you start the year. Like, there's no like, oh, I can play for a little bit. No, it matters now. So next thing I'm going to get into is assignments. Like, assignments, one missing assignment can turn into so many. It might not seem like a big deal, but when you're trying to get them all done because deadline's coming up, you're going to be like stressed out. Don't let yourself get stressed out. Get your work done when it's assigned. Have a planned out schedule. I know it's kind of hard if you have sports like me, and that's where coming into teachers and asking for help will play a big part in that, because you're going to have to talk to your teachers, and don't be embarrassed to ask. Like, it's okay. I was scared to ask as a freshman. I was like nervous to talk to my teachers, but I realized it wasn't as bad because I'm going to need it as someone who's a student athlete. Use a planner. Use like some type of organizational system like Google Calendar, like Canvas. I know has like a built-in planner like my school does, so we all like automatically have like schedules and when things are due, so some people don't have to worry about that. But like, keep yourself organized and on track and on pace. That is the only way you're going to be able to keep up with all your assignments and all your work. This one is like very important to me because, like, as I mentioned before, I got a C in my freshman year. First like term, first everything, I got a C in ELA. Do not let grades define you as a person and who you are, because mistakes happen, things happen. That one grade is not going to define you, or multiple grades, whatever you get, it's not going to define you. So just take it in and fix it. Now we're moving on to friendships. Number one, you do not need to have the biggest, hugest friend group to have a good high school experience. Like, I feel like a lot of people think that since like middle school, you're all like very close, it's a smaller building, you probably had a bigger friend group, that you're gonna have like automatically a bigger friend group and huge friend group when you get into high school and freshman year. Baby, no, it's not gonna work like that, I promise. Which moves me along to my next like saying, because you are not gonna have the same middle school friends that you did, because just high school, people move, people transfer, like classes, schedules don't work out. And personally, I have friends that I went to school with middle school. Like, I had a big friend group, and we barely all talk because half of us moved. We didn't have classes together, barely saw each other, and it just like we all like phased off from each other. Now, I'm not shaming if you do end up having friendships with people in middle school in a big friend group. This is just like saying that it probably won't happen. So don't be so focused on having a big friend group or keeping friendships from middle school, because it's likely that it won't happen, or it won't be as strong as it was in middle school. And in the end of like accepting that you will be losing friendship that you had in middle school and like huge friend groups that you probably built in middle school, you just have to be okay with that and move on and learn that you will meet other people and new people and experience other people from your comfort zones in middle school. So in high school, you're gonna experience like a lot of fakeness and like not necessarily truly like your friends, which is why you should probably choose friends that will include you and not make you feel like you're chasing to be invited to things and being invited to hangouts. You should choose people that are gonna just automatically choose you. Like, I went through being like with fake friends and how I was left out, and I'd always have to see on social media like what they were doing, and I wasn't invited, even though I felt like I was really good friends with these people. This also happens a lot in high school that I see, but people change their personalities to fit in with certain groups and friend groups. Do not change yourself just to fit into a like stereotype or like a certain group. Be yourself, be who you want to be. Like, don't ruin yourself and your self-esteem and your personality just to fit in with like, oh, you want to be part of the popular girls, and like, oh, you want to be part of this group or that group. Be yourself and you will find friends who truly accept you and want you to be you. So we'll have to learn that your own company is also just enough. You don't always need to have someone by your side or always be hanging out with people. And remember, it's always better to have 2 real friends instead of like 100 fake, not real friends. Choose the right friend. Next, we're moving into relationships. Number one, the most important thing while learning about relationships and getting into relationships, do not rush yourself into a relationship because everyone else is doing it. That is not the way to do it. You're gonna see a lot of people from middle school moving into high school freshman year, like automatically like starting to get into boys and rushing into relationships. Don't do that. Please, please don't do that. A good healthy relationship should not constantly stress you out and make you overwhelmed and feel like you're like ultimately alone. You need to be in a like you're not going to find this in automatically freshman year. Like you're going to have to build onto it, but don't be stressed out constantly. That is not a good relationship. You're not going to benefit from that in the end just because you're saying you have a boyfriend now. This is very important. You want to learn who you are before you get yourself into a relationship. You want to know who you are on your own and what you stand for and who you want to be before you try to be with somebody else. Because if you don't know, you're going to get confused probably and you're going to be like, oh, but my partner is doing this, but I don't really like this. But I'm going to go along with it because I don't want to lose them. No. This is why you need to figure out who you want to be and just what you look for in a relationship. And I beg on this one. Please do not let relationships become your whole personality. I know from experience, I actually lost a friendship over this because my friend was very obsessed with her boyfriend since she got one. I just couldn't take it because I'm like, this is all our friendship is based around is us talking about your boyfriend in your relationship, which I'm glad she had one, but it consumed our friendship. Please do not make a relationship your entire personality. It is not going to end well for you because you will lose friends and people around you. Next, we're doing drama. This one I don't have a lot because I wasn't in as much drama up until my going into my junior year. So the first thing is not every situation needs your opinion. Like it's just you don't need to say something every time you hear drama going around because that's going to bring you into drama that you don't want to have because then your name's going to be floating around the school and in your class. Stay away from gossip. It will always come back to get you because I actually did learn from one of the times I was in drama. It like months later came back around and I was getting like flamed for the situation that had happened. And I'm like, that was months ago. Like, why do I even remember this? And not all the times this will happen. This one is a big one that probably a lot of people did in middle school that you do not want to do in high school. Do not post your arguments and friendship issues on social media. Don't post on Snapchat. Don't post it to your story. Do not post it to your story. Because in middle school, you're probably like, oh, posting on your story about something that's happening with your friends. In high school, no one's gonna care. No one's gonna be swiping up on your story like, oh, what happened? None of that. And speaking of someone who posted a lot on their story in middle school about drama, because I had one of the biggest drama situations in middle school of my entire 8th grade class. Don't do it. Do not post because no one, like, you're gonna think that you're gonna get attention because that's what you're used to in middle school. In high school, no. Just keep it to yourself, keep it to whoever the drama is between, and work it out between you guys. Do not bring it on people who are on your story, on your Instagram stories, none of that. Leave it to yourself. And this moves on to my next topic as well. Most drama that matters now will not matter like moving on to sophomore year, junior year, senior year. Now we're moving on to things that people never really talk about because it's kind of embarrassing, but it's the truth. Middle school is a smaller building. You have 3 grades, and then high school, you have 4 grades, more people, lots of transfers, a lot of everything, new people, bigger environment, could be stressful. You will get lost. The difference between middle school buildings and high school buildings are usually pretty big. So if you didn't get lost in middle school, you definitely will be getting lost in high school at least once. I know I did. I even got lost my sophomore year. It's just how it is. Like, it's new building, new hallways, different like identifications for rooms. So be prepared for that and don't feel embarrassed to ask somebody in the hallway for help or a teacher for help. Everyone else in their freshman year is going to be just as nervous as you walking into a building and walking into class. They might just be better at hiding it. So it's okay to be nervous. Just take a breath and just take it with a grain of salt. I feel like a lot of people are always thinking about how the upperclassmen will look at them like juniors and seniors, mainly seniors, but at least at my school, juniors and seniors don't really care about the freshmen. They aren't going to be like, oh, look at her shoes. Oh, look at his pants. Like, they're not going to sit there judging you. I mean, you might get a few here and there. That's just the honest truth. But no one's really judging you. No upperclassmen are really paying attention to what the freshmen look like. I remember being so nervous. I was like, oh my gosh, there's going to be like 18-year-olds looking at me like they're so much older than I am. I was like 14, 15 years old. And I'm like so nervous. I learned that they were not even paying attention to me. They were not worried about me. They were worried about themselves. Your schedule will not be perfect. You will not be getting your dream schedule of what you want, classes you want, like friends in your classes. You will not be getting your close friends from middle school, best friends, people you want to be in your class. The chances of that are very slim. I still don't even get classes with my friends. I've been making friends as the years go on because that's what I've had to do because I've not been blessed with friends in my class. Like here and there I'll have friends, so just be prepared to not have people you know in your class, as well as being prepared to make friends. I feel like one of the big questions in high school is, what do you want to do with your life? What do you want to become? What do you want to do after college? Like all of this stuff. But as a freshman, 14, 15 years old, you are not going to want to know what you want to do yet. You're not going to be like, oh yeah, I want to do this, I want to do that. And you may go into high school thinking you have a plan, but plans change a lot in high school. And a lot of people come out with not going in as what they want it to be. So just be prepared that you will have changes in your past, in your careers. Like this class called AVID that really helped me like set in stone a path that I wanted to take and set me up for college and being prepared to see what I wanted to study. So if your school offers AVID, I definitely recommend to take that. That is one of my biggest freshman advice. Take AVID. AVID is literally the best class that I've taken. I even took it in middle school for a year, but really take it in high school. It is the best like guidance class you can ever take. It prepares you for college, gets you ready. You can take a pre-ACT or SAT. Like it gives you a lot of information. Next up, time management. Do not wait until 11 p.m. to start your homework. Please plan your schedules correctly. Like after school, if you don't have sports, do that homework. Do not wait. Do not procrastinate, because if you procrastinate, the time's going to go a long time and you're not going to be getting that assignment done. Now, someone with sports, if you have sports right after school, when you go home, eat, shower, then do your homework. Get that assignment done. Do not wait, because then you're going to be so tired after practice and you're going to be so like, just like, oh, I don't want to do this assignment anymore. Like, I'll wait. No, please do it, because I've procrastinated as a student athlete and I regret it, because it just takes so much more time and stress on me than if I would just get it done immediately. Also, use class time for these assignments, because the more you get done in class, the less you will have to worry about at home. Like if you get 30 minutes of class time, work time, use those 30 minutes. Don't go talking to your friends. Use that 30 minutes to get your work done in your assignments if you do want to have more lenient time when you get home. Also, I cannot stress enough, rest. Please rest though, because even if you have a busy day, take some time to rest, because you will need to reset and relax your mind, because school is very stressful, especially moving from middle school to high school. Next up, we're doing social media. A lot of people compare themselves to what they see online and like how other people's lives are going, especially if they're like close friends and you see them on Instagram and they're probably doing something that you're not doing. Do not compare yourself, because you're living a different life. Live your own life. You don't have to compare. You don't have to be like everybody else. Follow your own path. You do not need to post everything online. Do not post everything online. No one's going to want to see what you're doing every 5 minutes on your story. It's okay to post cute, fun hangout moments, whatever you're doing. Please, please, please be careful of what you post online, because we had lots of situations at our school about like screenshots being racist, like slurs, all this stuff that will be brought back up eventually. So just be careful what you're posting, what you're screenshotting, what you're sharing. I made a little section about personal growth, because I feel like you will grow a lot in high school from freshman year to senior year. Stop worrying about what everyone thinks about you. Be yourself, be who you are, be true to yourself, be true to the ones around you. And I sadly did do this a little bit in my freshman year because I just wanted to fit in. I wanted to keep friends, I wanted to make friends, and I just was losing myself. And be yourself, love yourself, and have confidence. And don't be afraid to try new clubs or activities. Like, it will make a difference in your high school career. Just pick ones that are for you. Don't pick what your friends are choosing. Don't pick clubs that your friends are joining just because they're joining them. Don't join activities that you're not going to really like, but your friends are doing them, so you want to be with them and just choosing it because they're doing it. No, choosing will actually benefit you. You will change the next 4 years in high school. I promise you will. I do not look the same way I did in freshman year. You will grow looks wise, personality wise, and that's okay. That is a good thing. You're developing into who you're going to be in college and beyond. I mentioned with academics, your freshman year does not define you, just like grades do not define you. No one's going to remember what you did, mistakes you made in freshman year when you're walking across the stage at graduation. The biggest lesson I learned when I went into freshman year, unprepared, I got C's, I procrastinated, I made mistakes. Looking back on it, I really wish I realized sooner that making mistakes, one awkward moment, one bad grade does not define who I am, and that high school is about more than just learning in class, but it's also learning about yourself. So give yourself grace, keep trying, and don't be afraid of growth. I hope these tips help you get through your freshman year, and I hope everyone has a great school year. Bye, guys.